Kylie was born into a wealthy family, owning a significant fortune in the local timber business. However, what made her insecure was the large black birthmark on her face, which made her the object of ridicule since she was a child. Despite her sharp intelligence and outstanding talent, Kylie always lived in seclusion, never believing that she deserved to be loved. Kylie's mother-in-law, Cinta, was an ambitious woman. She was not only notorious for her cruel and cold personality, but also had a heart of stone, always putting personal interests above all else. Her son, Mona, was a handsome and attractive man, but he completely inherited his mother's selfish and scheming personality. Seeing that Kylie's family company had great potential, Shinta arranged a marriage to seize the Kylie family's assets and power. Although she knew that Kylie had a birthmark on her face and was looked down upon, Shinta still decided to push through with the marriage for business benefits. Immediately after the wedding, Kylie's life became a nightmare. Cinta and Mona did not hide their contempt for her. Kylie was not treated as a family member, but as a servant, doing housework, cooking, and cleaning. People around did not even know that Kylie was the daughter-in-law in the family, because Cinta and Mona never introduced her to family or social events. They kept her as a shameful secret. Mrs. Shinta also often insulted Kylie for her ugly appearance. Each of her words was like a knife cutting into Kylie's already damaged self-esteem. During this time, Shinta began to carry out her plan to take over Kylie's family company. By taking advantage of business relationships, she gradually took control of the company. Not only that, she also used every means to push Kylie's parents into debt, eventually causing them to lose all their assets and be evicted from their home. Kylie's family became homeless, with nothing left but empty hands. Kylie, who had always lived in resignation, finally could not bear it any longer. When she saw her family collapse, she realized that she had to change. One night, after being humiliated by Shinta again, Kylie decided that she would never be a victim again. Determined to take revenge, Kylie secretly left home, starting a journey that completely changed her life. Kylie borrowed money from the remaining close friends of her family, who still believed in her talent. With this money, she went abroad and underwent many plastic surgeries to remove the birthmark on her face, changing her appearance to become beautiful and attractive. Not only did Kylie change her appearance, she also learned management and business skills to prepare for the upcoming battle. 2 years later, Kylie returned, but no one recognized her. Now she is a powerful, charming, and mysterious woman. She decided to use a completely new name, Lena, and gradually penetrated the upper class and built relationships with the Shinta family's business partners. With her intelligence and acumen, Lena quickly attracted the attention of Mona, who did not realize that she was his ex-wife. She cleverly made Mona believe that she could help him expand his business and gradually became his mentor. Lena proactively sought to cooperate with Mona in a major business project, acting as a strategic advisor. She gave him attractive advice and built a relationship with him, making Mona believe that Lena was a valuable ally who could help the company grow stronger. Mona, fascinated by Lena, completely fails to realize that she is her ex-wife. Next, Lena begins to skillfully sow suspicion and tension between Shinta and Mona. By making subtle comments to Mona about Shinta's management of the company and stirring up his latent resentment, Lena gradually makes Mona lose trust in her mother. Meanwhile, she continues to pretend to support Shinta, making her believe that Lena is a trustworthy ally. Lena does not stop at dividing the family. She plans to sabotage from within by giving Mona false strategic advice. Under her advice, Mona invests in a series of major projects, but all of them are calculated by Lena to fail. She provides false information to Mona's partners, causing them to lose trust in the projects that Mona's company is undertaking. Important contracts are canceled, strategic partners turn their backs, and cash flow begins to dry up. The company, once a symbol of power and success, is now on the brink of bankruptcy due to poor decisions and loss of trust from partners. Lena knew that to complete her plan, she needed to control the shares in the company. Through her new relationships and sharp business knowledge, Lena secretly bought shares in Mona's company. By building close relationships with important shareholders and partners, she made them gradually transfer shares to her, without anyone noticing. Shinta and Mona did not realize that, little by little, their company was in Lena's hands. Once she owned a large number of shares, Lena began to interfere in the company's management decisions, thereby causing disagreement and disorder within the company. During a date, Lena took advantage of Mona's confusion and drunken state to deliberately ask Mona to recount the evil deeds she and her mother had done to Lena's family in the past. She recorded the entire conversation with the aim of exposing the truth. At a grand business party, Lena organizes a grand event, inviting all the upper class and business people to attend. Here, she sets up a plan to publicly expose the truth about Shinta and Mona's past. She invites reporters and media to record the confessions of Shinta's evil deeds, financial fraud, and how Shinta deceived her family to take over the company. By releasing the documents, evidence, and recordings that Lena collected during her revenge, she exposes the entire true face of Shinta's family to the public. Shinta is shocked and loses all credibility in the business community. Her former partners, who once feared and trusted her, now turn their backs on her. Mona, who was once considered a potential successor, is now considered a failure and incompetent. After Mona's family company falls into bankruptcy and debt, Lena makes the final blow. With the shares she had acquired, she held a surprise shareholders meeting and declared control of the entire company. Mona and Shinta were forced to resign, losing all power and assets. The company they had stolen now returned to Lena, the real owner. At this time, Lena handed over the management to her parents and returned to her real name so as not to disgrace her parents. Kylie's family not only came back strong, but also received much trust and confidence from partners and developed rapidly. Kylie not only took back everything her family had lost, but also pushed Shinta and her mother into ruin, bankruptcy, and social rejection. They lost everything, from money to reputation, and had to live in humiliation and loneliness, just like what they had done to Kylie and her family before.